Good morning, everyone. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful kickoff to the summer. Our doors are open and people are starting to come back, and we have events going on almost every day. I want to let everyone know that we are still socially distanced in the theater. There's plenty of room, and we have a couple of great things coming up that I really hope you'll come out and check out with us. Coming up tonight, we have the third and final installment of our Woods Hole Film Festival May series with the film Once Were Brothers, about the band The Band. The films have been really popular, and I hope that you'll consider coming by tonight. Speaking of films, for the month of June, we will have a movie every week. We're calling Wednesday Night at the Movies. They'll be up on the website very soon, if not already. And 1 week from tonight, we're screening the film Judy, the Renee Zellweger. I believe she won an Academy Award for her portrayal of Judy Garland, and that will kick off our June series. Also coming up, we have live theater. Tomorrow night, we open the play Cheryl A. with Holly Hansen. Please come see this show. It is so, so funny. We streamed it earlier in the year. It's a one-woman show, runs just over an hour, and it's basically about a woman who has a complicated relationship with her husband and her husband's mother and her husband's cow. Very, very funny. 4 performances only, running Thursday through Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. So come celebrate the reopening of theater with us on Memorial Day weekend. We've also got coming up the week after, Jimmy Tingle will be doing a new stand-up comedy show in residence for 2 weekends, running the week after next and the following weekend. So you'll want to check that out. It's live only, and Jimmy is fantastic, and I know that you'll enjoy it. I also wanted to mention something very special that premieres this Friday evening. It is an online limited series, the world premiere of Teacher of the Year with Jim Dalglish. And actually, Jim is standing by to have a quick conversation with me about the show. So let me get him on. Good morning, Jim. How are you doing?
Not too bad. A little tired, but I'm doing great.
I can't imagine why. I'm so glad you joined us, because I really wanted an opportunity, since we're kicking off on Friday the world premiere episodes of Teacher of the Year. I wanted to get a few thoughts from you about working on it. And before you talk a little bit about the show in general, what has struck me in watching the episodes that you've finished so far is what a mirror this limited series is to the year we've just lived through on every level. That there is something in here for every single person to relate to in the show.
Well,
And
thanks for
so, well
that.
done.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for saying that, David, because that really was my effort for the last year. I started writing about a little more than a year ago when a cousin in Massachusetts, or excuse me, Minnesota, who lives in South Minneapolis, her sixth grade Montessori teacher, her daughter's sixth grade Montessori teacher assigned the kids to online do a virtual play that they had to use common household objects to tell their stories and do it online and videotape it. And I thought that was hysterical. And so I started, writing this play. And then all of a sudden things started happening in Minneapolis, particularly around the neighborhood where my cousins lived. And so all of a sudden it just brought on more and more issues and more and kind of explored the way we were communicating. And then when all hell broke loose, it really was an interesting and horrifying thing that happened. And I really wanted to document that and do honor to the people involved in Minneapolis as much as I possibly could.
Yeah, well, it's great, and I also love the episodic nature of it. But because of the story has so many different angles, and for those people watching now who aren't aware, it's basically a 12 episode limited series online. And if you buy a ticket to the whole series, you can watch it at any time. You can rewatch episodes. We're going to release 2 a week. starting on this Friday for 6 weeks, and the people who have seen it are really loving it. The quality is just amazing. There's another thing that's amazing in it, and frankly, we struggle on the Cape with this in terms of our diversity within the theater programs, and that there is beautiful diversity among the actors in this show. And how did you find such a great cast?
Wow. Well, for one thing, because I was able to figure out how to film it, and so I didn't meet several of my main actors in person, which is bizarre for anyone who's in theater to actually say that. But I've never met a few of them. One lives in Los Angeles. Another one lives, well, she's traveling around the West Coast. So every other week she was in a new location. So I shipped her a green screen. We took a bunch of video and there were, and placed it behind her. So it looked like she was in Minneapolis, which was, I also had a body double for her in Minneapolis too,
Ah,
which was kind of, so it was a fascinating approach, trying to figure out how to do it. But with that in mind, it was basically the United States was what I could draw from. But what I was really, really fortunate to discover is that our Cape Cod actors really were really excited about this project. And I only used two actors that were from outside New England area. Like Darlene Van Alstine, who's from P-Town, I
she's
have
great. I know.
I have adored her for 20 years. I wanted to work with this woman, so finally we had an opportunity. Of course, Nina Schussler is fantastic, and I got a chance to work with her. And this sixth grader, uh, Marcus Coffey,
Yeah.
is just amazing as my Akeem. And I'm very, very fortunate that several people kind of helped me with the casting. But of course, casting is always difficult when you want to get the right people for the role. And especially because in video, because you're just so uptight and close on them, it's really important that it's really true to nature. And of course, Bonnie Fairbanks. Working with Bonnie has always been
Bonnie Fairbanks and Sarah Sneed, the the helicopter parent. Um, and isn't that just so great though? Where you have the actors that the Katuitt and the Eventide folks are so familiar with, that are also working in a different medium with
yes.
other actors. So it's great all around. But boy, is it a lot of work. It's like we've all had to like really learn how to be experts in an entirely new career in 20 seconds. I mean, it's just
I
uh,
can't
you know,
tell you, David, how many YouTube videos I have watched about editing video and how to shoot video and how to put up a green screen and how to light. And what they don't tell you, though, is that directing for video or film is really, really different than directing for the stage. And as you know, I'm kind of a veteran for directing for the stage. So this was an interesting thing that, to work with actors who are on the other side of the United States virtually, and what it's like to capture that on video is much. On plays, you're working for a month and a half to make sure that you can replicate it on stage, where this is you're going for 30 seconds and it's got to be perfect and all the elements have to line up because you only have, a few, a few moments to capture it. So it's a completely different kind of metaphor that I find just really fascinating and I've kind of enjoyed, even though shooting with faking that, they're supposed to be communicating with each other, in some cases in the same room. And like my Marcus was, in a green screen in front of in Katuitt Center for the Arts in the
yeah.
Black Box Theater. And Kelvin, who plays his father, was in Los Angeles, and Darlene, who plays his mother, was in P-Town. So trying to make it look like they're
Right.
in the same room was
Yeah.
really, really interesting and fun.
Well, you did it so well, and there is a wonderful trailer that's on our website that people can look at. And the thing I would really like for people to take away is that each episode is about between 15 and 20 minutes ish.
Yeah, it's like 10 and 15 or 10
10 and
and
15, yeah. And they're two a week, and you will it and it works like Netflix, it works like Amazon Prime. There's nothing to be afraid of in how you access this. It's just like everybody's used to. So I really hope that people will tune in, because it's so cutting edge. It's so relevant for the time. What do you hope people take away from it?
I hope that they go to it and see that in the last year, our lives have changed drastically. Uh, the way the way we regard each other, the way we communicate with each other, what we've been through, the ordeal, the trauma. I'm hoping that they will come and see this show, and they will see that reflected back to them, and that will be a cathartic experience for them. That they will see these people, they will notice how we communicate with each other now and how it's different, and how they use those communication tools to overcome all the obstacles and persevere through really a very difficult and trying year. So I'm hoping they will come to see that, and they will be able to relive the experience and have it be cathartic for them, and then realize that as a society, we all need to get together and figure out how to go forward from here. And then it's going to take each one of us to pull that off. So, go beyond ourselves and really kind of look at the society as a whole. So that's what I'm hoping. It's rather a big challenge, but
Well, and
my plays do that, as you
yeah,
know.
well, everyone was certainly up to it. I'm super proud to be associated with this production, and by the nature of it too, it allowed us to collaborate with Eventide Theater Company for the first time, who are co-presenting with us. So we're grateful for that as well. It's hard to collaborate in live theater with other organizations, but this certainly works. So listen, I think you need to get back to the editing room, I'm guessing. So I will let you go, and thank you so much for joining us and giving a little insight. And everybody, please check out Teacher of the Year. There's a ton of information on our website. You will be itching to see each new episode when they come out week after week. Thanks so much, Jim, and well done.